Guys, today we might have the best stub method that I have ever had, and why I'm saying this is because it has some of the best return on investment out of any of the ones I've had. Some of these margins are crazy, and on top of that, we're going to be talking about how you can literally make unlimited stubs because you are going to be, it just depends on how much stubs you put in, but at the very minimum, you're going to be making at least 100 and about 20,000 stubs an hour, but you can make up to, honestly, you can make up to 400,000 stubs an hour. I'm not going to say anything more than that because that'd be preposterous and you'd have to be going really fast, and honestly, if one of you guys ends up dropping over 600,000 stubs an hour, let me know in the comment section below. But this is going to be the best one yet because these margins are crazy. On top of that, we're going to be talking about the little ways to get stubs, the penny pincher ways, and this is just absolutely glitchy. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys drop a like and a sub, and let's get right into how you guys are going to end up getting some of these amazing cards and gaining a lot of stubs. Do you guys want cheap stubs on the market? Make sure you guys go to MLB.com, today's sponsor, and make sure you guys use code MAIT for 5% off your purchase. I usually like to start this video by saying some of the things that you guys should be doing to get a lot of stubs. The one thing that I'm going to say that you guys should be doing is make sure you guys do your tops now moments for that brand new 95 Moose and 99 Tim Anderson. Those are absolutely great, and they can honestly start on your God Squad. I'm debating whether or not to start Tim Anderson over Trey Turner at shortstop because he just looks so good, and I know he has a sweet swing. On top of that, Mike Moustakas is an absolute budget beast, so make sure that you're looking at him. Another thing, make sure you guys are doing the Field of Dreams event. I've already got 25 wins in this thing. I've already got LeMahieu, and I'm 5 wins away from Lucas Giolito. If I want to end up selling LeMahieu for about 60, 70K because he's an awards card, and a lot of guys need this guy for the Mookie collection, then I can end up doing that. And then Lucas Giolito, again, a milestone card, so these cards are going to be holding value a ton. And on top of that, if I end up keep on going, I can get 5,000 stubs, the kitchen sink packs no one really cares about, and then the 20 bundles. So I'd probably end at 35 wins if you're doing this from a smart perspective. Plus, if you're playing the event, you're going to finish the Clemente collection that you guys should be doing anyways because you guys are going to be getting some of those free packs, especially the Field of Dreams packs that at minimum you're going to be getting about 11,000 stubs. On top of that, make sure that you guys are doing the Battle Royale program because it's almost done. Anyways, let's get into the stub method and how you guys are going to be making unlimited stubs in this game. I'm going to be showing you guys some of the cards with an absolute best amounts to flip on. Now, I am going to be talking about my bread and butter. This is how I've made so many stubs. This is how I got Shohei Ohtani. I still haven't even gotten Mookie yet. I know a lot of you guys are going to be saying that, but Mookie is really hard to get, and I'm getting closer and closer. I didn't have Mario Rivera done, so I just finished that yesterday, and since I've been back, I've made huge progress, and we're going to end up getting the card. It's just going to take me like another week. But the first thing that we're going to be doing and looking at is going to be the 42 series cards. Now, these gaps are amazing. I know that a lot of guys are like, I should be flipping live series diamonds. I still think the move is going to be these 42 series cards. I mean, look at some of these gaps this morning. 16,000 to 12,000. That's about a 4,000 gap. So whenever you end up putting buy now orders, is I have 130,000 stubs. I've kind of worked up from about 25,000 stubs all the way up to this. Is we're going to be putting in a buy now order for 12,159. I know a lot of guys have been getting confused about how I've been doing this, and they don't really understand buy now and sell now orders. So whenever you end up buying stuff, you're going to put in a buy now order to get a sell order, and then you're going to put down a sell now order to sell the card. It's pretty simple, but if you overcomplicate it, it can get pretty confusing. So I'm not just going to be working one of these. I'm going to be working more than one. So this is 16,000 to 12,000, about a 4,000 gap right there. So we're going to, you can see that my buy order for Pedro Martinez just ended up completing. So it happens like that, guys. It happens so fast. So we're going to put 12.2 here. I know it's a little bit over, but I'm trying to get this over with. And we're going to sell now this Pedro Martinez for 16,000, and we're going to go 69. Everybody's going to want to buy that for 69, and we should make a pretty big profit on this. Occasionally, you'll get outbid, and if you get outbid, you just go to My Orders, and you end up canceling the order. But as you can see, that sell now order flipped like this, and it's going to keep on going like that. While you do this, one thing that I like to do to increase my stubs per hour is I like to go into some of these tops down moments and make sure that I'm doing this. I haven't even done the Moose moments yet, so I'm going to grind these while I'm doing this. And this is what you guys would do, but then you'd be getting Mike Moustakas as well, and he is an absolute animal. You're going to want some of these guys, and these they're just gonna be amazing because you're gonna be getting so much from it. So now my buy order for Jackie Robinson ended up filling, so what we're going to end up doing is we're going to be putting one up for him too, as this is really, really fast. If you want this to go even faster, you can't undercut it, but I kind of like getting as much stubs as I possibly can, so I only go under by one. One thing that I like to do is so you can see that I got outbid here, so this will happen. You'll have to end up going out and in, and you're going to be making a lot of stubs here. You can be doing more than one card, like I said. You can end up doing up to about, I wouldn't do more than 5, but each flip you're going to be making out 3,800 at the very least. And you can see that my Jackie Robinson just filled, and this happened in literally about 30 seconds tops. So just keep in mind that I'm making a ton of stubs. You'll have to go out of it and to refresh it for your stubs into popping. You can see I'm already at 121, and I made a ton off of that flip. So if you're ending up getting 40 flips an hour and you're working 2 cards, you can end up making 162,000 stubs. If you end up doubling that and you're doing a lot more cards, you can end up doubling that, of course, and end up taking home 324,000 stubs. And this is just very realistic. I'm being dead serious. You can make 80 flips in an hour if you just sit on here and you grind and you do about 3 to 4 cards and you make sure that you're not getting outbid and you go over and over and over again. You are going to be getting a ton of stubs and you're not going to be missing out. The one thing that I do want to say other than the 42 series cards before we end up going over this video is I kind of want to talk about some of the things that my subscribers were actually telling me about. So the rookie cards are really good to end up flipping as well. 17 to 13, and a lot of these are going by because of the collection. They're moving really, really fast. They're going a little bit slower in the 42 cards, so they take about 10 to 15 minutes. So if you want to do a couple of these while you're doing the 42 cards, that'd be a little bit more advanced, but you can do that. Just make sure that you're not getting outbid because you would be waiting here for a lot. Walter Johnson, 17 to 13 is pretty dang good. 11 to 8 isn't bad. 9 to 6 not bad, but there are a bunch of cards in this that are really good, such as Breakout 2, because all of these cards are ending up moving and on the market are going to go because of the Mookie collection, and a lot of the guys are just buying out flat right. So if they are, you can kind of just make sure that you're doing this. Again, some of the Tops Now cards are pretty good just because they are going for a lot now too. And the thing about Tops Now cards is there are actually some cards that are going for like don't have sell now orders, so if you want to end up putting sell now orders for some of these cards, you can get lucky and make a lot of stubs here, as the gaps are pretty good as well. But I still think the 42 series are going to be the king and going to be the best way to make this because they are honestly great. These gaps are insane. You guys are going to make so much stubs. And on top of whatever you're doing the 42 series cards, if you guys are doing the Tops Now moments as well and some of the other things, then you are going to be making so many stubs. And it's honestly up to you. I know I said it was unlimited because you can make a ton of stubs on this and you can make only about 150,000. But at the very minimum, you shouldn't be making less than 150,000 an hour, which is an absolute killer stub method. If you want to end up getting Mookie, you can end up getting Mookie in about 30 hours of just putting in work at the minimum. But realistically, if you're having a lot of stubs and if you're starting small, even with like 22,000 and working your way up, you can do some great things. Boys, if this video ended up helping you guys out, please drop a like and a sub as it helps me out so much, as well as comment what you thought about everything in the comment section below, as well if you have any questions. I'm going to try to be answering a lot of these because I know a lot of guys have trouble with a little small things. So reach out to the comment section below and I will totally try to help you out the best that I can. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of your day and peace.